the heck you doing sitting down? Get your butt up and train.
Good! Sir, please, I don't want to hurt you, man. I don't want to hurt you. Stop!
Let's go.
Alright, y'all, we got this Glock 42 here, 380, nice little night front sight, really nice. Gonna shoot it, gonna fire 6 slow rounds, and then I'm gonna do 6 rounds rapid fire. Here we go. See how small it is, still enough to put your hands around, but of course my pinky is gone when I get ready to shoot it. It does have a nice little back tang here that you can put your hands up in without getting bit by the slide. So, alright, 6 slow fire shots. That's more like 7, wasn't it? Alright. That was a slow fire. Let's go with the fast shots. Alright, rapid fire. Alright, let's take a look at the target. So of course this was the 6 or 7 round slow fire, and this was the 6 rounds, 6 up here, rapid fire. Not too bad, very controllable. You know, definitely controllable. It's a nice little firearm, straight out the box firing. Alright, I'm about to give somebody else a shot at it, so let him shoot this thing and share his thoughts. Alright, y'all, doing a quick comparison on the Smith & Wesson Shield and Glock 42. Obviously skinnier. Let's run the slides down by using front sights here, and we'll do a little quick comparison. You guys can see very a lot smaller. I know it's hard to tell, but it's a lot smaller than the Smith & Wesson Shield. Very nice comparison, though. We can scoot this one back to block. And there you have it. Alright, it's on you. What we got? I'm trying to say you want to shoot it, right?
What's up, my YouTube people? Hey, I got it in my hands. The Glock 42. Glock 42. So let's go ahead and unbox this rascal and talk about it. Alright, so let's see what we get here. Obviously, we got a Glock 42 that comes with an empty magazine. Slide lock this bad boy. Pull the empty magazine out. Stick it to the side for a second. Alright. Get an additional magazine. You get your safety lock that you'll never use. You get your same old Glock cleaning kit right here, cleaning tools. Alright, let's move all this other crap out the way and go ahead and get her out of here. Alright, get out my way, box. Alright, this is what we have here. Okay, 2 magazines, which are both 6 round magazines with a flush magazine plate, floor plate, whatever you want to call them. As you can see, they're not quite the same as the usual Glock magazines. It's my Glock 19 here, whereas it's rounded but not as square as the Glock 19 floor plates. So, you know, again, you know, it's neither here nor there, but for those that understand that this is a single stack and not a double stack, you know, it kind of fits the bill. And actually, it's a pretty nice design, and excuse me, it's made just like the Glocks. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It holds 6 rounds in the magazine, and you can put 1 in the head. Okay, 1 in the chamber. All right. Glock 42. Let's talk about some things that I like about this gun, and some things that you guys are gonna love. Number 1, most important. Let me tell you, if you guys have ever shot the SIG P238, you guys are going to be able to compare the feeling of the P238 SIG to this gun as far as how it shoots. This is one of the smoothest shooting guns I have ever shot before. And let me tell you, you definitely see the bang coming out the front end, but you don't feel the boom and the bang coming out in the back end. And that's where your hand is. And that's most important, because when it gets down to it, when I shoot a firearm, I want to make sure that a firearm is going to be smooth, and it's going to be something that everybody likes. One of the 42 North gun range people, my boy West over there, said today, when he got a chance to shoot it, he said this is the gun that he would recommend to every woman who doesn't like, you know, big guns. Alright? This thing is simplistic. Yeah. This thing is easy to shoot. This thing does not blow up in your hands. Like, you have some snappy guns. Like, we shot 3 different guns today. One of the guns being a XD subcompact 9. Now, great duty gun, great gun, but for me, quite snappy. Alright, not saying anything bad about the gun. Again, great manufacturer, great maker of a gun, but then you have the snappiness. So most females are not going to want to carry that gun because of the snappiness of that gun. This gun, however, no snappiness whatsoever, and extremely controllable. When I say controllable, I mean you just hold this thing a little tight, you know, just a little bit, like enough for a new shooter to hold it tight, you know, what they consider tight, and I mean you fully control this gun. Rapid fire follow-up shots, not a problem. Accuracy, not a problem. Now, let's start talking about the gun that I have and what I bought today. Obviously, I bought the law enforcement package. Alright, the law enforcement package is sold by law enforcement dealers who basically only sell to law enforcement personnel. So anybody in law enforcement, you either have law enforcement, military, security, or GSSF, and you can get this Glock for the price that I got it for. Now, I don't know what the original plain price is, because they didn't sell it to us in the original plain package. What they did was, as you guys can see here, I'm going to show it to you up close, is they added a very nice night sight. Hopefully you guys can focus in on that. Come on, camera. It's not really wanting to focus. Let me run the slide here. There it is. Alright, as you guys can see that front night sight there. So they added that as a benefit to buying this gun for law enforcement pricing. Now, some things that some people asked me today, and that's kind of how I'm going to do this review. So they said, man, how does this gun, well, what would you take out of this gun or add to the gun, and what are some things that you didn't like? So let's talk about it. Some things that I would add to the gun, I'm pretty sure it's going to come out soon, is I would add, obviously, an extended magazine down here. So just like you have with my Glock 19 here, this extended plate down here, this is a Pierce grip +2 extension. I would do the same down here. Not to add any rounds, because you don't necessarily need the rounds, because this is a pocket gun, and most pocket guns hold between 6 and 8 rounds. But for the means of my fingers. As you see, when I wrap my hands around it, my pinky kind of just floats freely. Now, I can get a higher tang grip and kind of tuck my pinky onto the edge of this plate here. But, you know, realistically, I would love for something else to be down here to cover for my pinky. Now, does it affect me and affect the way I shot today? Absolutely not. When I grip the gun, you still get a high purchase grip on the gun. Your finger's in a safe area. Your support thumb is in a safe area, so it's nowhere near the muzzle. And you get a lot of purchase on the gun when you're shooting if you use the aggressive thumbs forward support grip like I do. Okay. What else was it? What else? Some things I love about it. This right here, the beaver tail on the back end of it has been, like, I mean, cut to perfection. I mean, guys, you can't get any better than this. This is actually, like, if you look at the review I just did on the Smith & Wesson SD, it has the same type of beaver tail. And basically all the newer Glocks that they're shipping now come with the beaver tail options that you have to add, but this one is actually molded into the frame itself. So, you know, when it comes down to it, that purchase is just, I mean, naturally high. And so people who want to put their thumbs down here, as you guys can see, I still have a high purchase on the gun where no space is capable of being made behind my, right here in the fatty part of my hand. So that's definitely a great option. Now, as far as this gun is concerned, again, 6+1. Some people may frown upon that. I necessarily don't, because this is not going to be my main go-to gun. This would be a gun that'll be somewhere, you know, well, I'm not going to tell you where it'll be, but it'll be somewhere on my body that won't be where my main gun is. So if main gun goes down, I still have the option to pull this bad boy out, and I still have 7 rounds. And of course, guys, if you watch my videos, you know anything about me, you guys know that I'm a big fan of why you should carry 2 guns, alright? The reason I like to carry 2 guns, and the reason I tell you guys to carry 2 guns, is because guns are human-made. Things can happen. Just in the last 2 days, or just today, as a matter of fact, 2 people have sent me Glock pictures that were blown up. Now, like I tell them people, the 2 pictures that they sent me had nothing to do with the Glocks themselves. It was the ammo within the Glocks. So basically, the manufacturer overpressured around, or either the operator did not inspect the ammunition before they put it into their gun, and so when they fired the gun, it caused problems right here in the breech. And so the breech actually exploded because of a high pressure round that was not supposed to be in the gun in the first place. But that comes from failure to inspect your equipment properly. So you can't blame it on the gun, but again, these are human made, and if you make mistakes like that, then those are the type of things that can happen, hence the reason why I carry 2 guns. Let's break this bad boy down and just kind of get a look on the inside. Again, if you guys look here on the outside, you have the Generation 4 style buttons and works. Now, the only thing this gun does not have on it that I wish that it did, but it's really, I mean, it's actually too skinny to actually have one of these things, because they would actually have to make special parts for it. If they did, would be a beaver tail or a rail attachment right here. If they had a rail into this frame, I mean, you know, obviously to make it better, but again, it's too skinny. You know, it's actually a tad bit skinnier than the Glock 26. Probably a whole lot skinnier. Alright, so let's go ahead and make sure it's clear, dry fire in a safe place. I'm going to go ahead and take it apart. You take it apart just like any other Glock by pulling off the breech just a tad bit and pulling down on your takedown levers as the slide moves forward. Okay? Once you get that off, okay, if we look inside of here, as you guys can see, the trigger bar looks the same, but actually has just some different grooves in here, but it actually looks the same all the way up to the connector. The connector is slightly different, as you can see. Get a little closer up here for you guys. Hopefully you can start to focus in. There it is. The connector, if you look right here on the connector, where my pinky is, you'll see that the connector is a tad bit skinnier Hopefully you guys can tell that on camera, but it's skinnier than your normal, you know, full-size Glocks. Also right here, your trigger housing here is also made just a tad bit different. So obviously this gun is going to have much different parts. I know you guys are probably thinking, man, we already knew that. That's a dumb thing to say. Well, guess what? There's some people that watch videos that don't know stuff, so, you know, obviously I have to say it. And just for the purpose of this being a review, just trying to cover everything. So don't get mad at me or bored by the fact that I'm kind of mentioning things. Another thing that I see that's a little different from most Glocks is a little black plastic piece right here. Right here, and at some point I'll take this thing fully apart. Obviously not on camera tonight because it's almost bedtime, and I'm just trying to get this to you guys because I just got it and I've been kind of running around today. Alright, let's look at the undercoating here. As you can see, quite like a normal Glock. Still has the striker here. It's actually a pretty tight spring there, but as you can see, the plunger right here is very different, very much so different than the other style Glocks that have been out. So this one is more of a oval shape, like a heel shaped or a mountain shape versus a straight circular shape. As you can see, it has the Generation 4 style recoil guide assembly or recoil spring assembly. Okay, and I obviously don't have to take this apart for you guys. No purpose of taking this apart and the barrel apart. You guys know what the barrel and the slide look like. Okay, again, everything else is quite the same. You have the extractor made the same, and again, going back to that night sight, very good night sight. You can pick up on it a whole lot quicker. Let me see if I can kind of get it to focus in. Alright, now, the one thing I did not like about shooting up this night sight that they put on. Now, I don't know if this is a Glock night sight thing or if this was just the store that I purchased it from. I purchased it from a local company called Ed's Pawn Shop, local to Stockbridge, Georgia. Now, they put these sights on here for us. I don't know if Glock sent the sights as an option or what the case may have been, but I love the sights as far as the quick pickup of your eyes, but what I did not like is at 7 yards, and I don't know if this is just an issue of the gun, but at 7 yards, when I put this front sight and rear sight flush together like you're supposed to, your proper sight alignment, it shot about 1 inch high, or about 3/4 of an inch high. Okay, obviously I don't like that because when I put my sights on something, I like for it to hit exactly where I'm aiming at. Now, the thing that you can compare that to is compared to the XS big dot sights. Okay, as you know, you have to put that big ball that's on the front end inside the middle of the hook of the rear sight. This one was quite the same, as the circle part of this sight actually covers more than just the area of the rear sight on this Glock 42. Now, on my Glock 19, I just also put this front night sight on top of that one, and it actually fits flush inside the rear sights of the night sights of the Glock 19, which is stock Glock sight. And this one right here is a Trijicon. It's the H313. H313 if you guys are interested in it. It's like a rounded front sight. Very nice. So that's about it, ladies and gents. If you got any questions, concerns, anything, just ask. This is the Glock 42. I enjoyed shooting it. You guys, it's a very good option if you're looking for something for your lady, or you're looking for somebody who's of smaller build, smaller hands, to get them something that's capable of doing some pretty good damage. I know a lot of people tell me that, you know, 380. But let me tell you something, guys. Don't listen to that argument one bit. There are great pieces of ammunition out there. Great companies who make great ammunition to give you guys some great fighting chances in a gunfight with .380 caliber. Now, at the gun shop, these guys recommended the Golden Saber. They told me, and they showed me the results of a police department who did a test on Golden Saber, and they said it performed well. Now, everybody's test is different. Everybody's test are, slightly, garnished one way or another. But from the results that they showed me, it appeared that it was a good penetrating. It went through 4-layer denim in good ballistic gel, all that good stuff. Now, another suggestion I would put out to you is 3 different ammo manufacturers for .380 caliber. And I know you guys are gonna be like, man, that don't even sound like something I would carry. First one, top choice. A guy did a 10% ballistic gel test on a company called Precision One. It's about $27 a box, I think, for 50 rounds. But what they have is called the XTP rounds. It's made by Hornady. Hornady bullets, the XTP round, and that round had an average of about 13 inches of penetration out of a Ruger LCR, which is a short barrel .380, just like this one. This one is probably just a tad bit longer than the LCR, or maybe not. I think this one's about 2.8 inch, and I think that one also is a 2.8 inch, just a smaller package. But that one had about an average of 13 inch penetration. Okay, it was over 12, but never over penetrated. All right. Second one on the list was Fiocchi 380 X, the ones with the XTP rounds also, and other good choice was the actual Hornady XTP rounds. All right, all of them had good, consistent 12-inch penetration on the 380 automatic. And when you're looking at ballistic tests, that's something that you want. You want 12 inches, something not more than 18 inches. All right, I taught you guys ear off enough. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the shooting portion of the video, just like you saw at the beginning. And I'm out. That's it. If you got any questions, just ask. This is the Glock 42. Great piece of work. Let me put it in my hand so you guys can kind of see the size comparison. Alright. If I was to make it disappear. Alright. So, that's it. You guys make sure y'all go out there and win that darn fight. You know it's your goddamn responsibility to come home to your family. You know I love you. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. And for all my new subscribers, thank you. And here we go. Y'all enjoy.